In these last few months, I have worked on a number of very interesting searches in senior and executive level positions in my industry, mining. And over the course of the discussions that I've had, obviously with hiring managers, with references at senior levels, even with candidates themselves, one of the things that stood out is how many of them commented on the problem with finding the right level of skill for the positions that are available at this stage. Now, this is something that's obviously very true to South Africa because we've had a big brain drain with a lot of our very good people leaving the country looking for international opportunities. But I believe this is also something that is true worldwide, that there is a lack of skill at the right level. And really, the two reasons for that. On the one hand, the educational systems are failing people who are coming up through the system and not training them well enough. On the other hand, you find candidates who are very, very well qualified academically, but they haven't spent the time to actually learn how to do the work on the ground. So that technical know-how, the operational know-how, the hands-on experience have almost been skipped, and they've been fast-tracked into senior leadership positions, but they haven't been trained properly how to lead properly or how to do the work properly, and that leaves a very big gap. So a lot of these people might be earning top salaries and they might be carrying impressive titles, but they really are not contributing to the level that they should be and could be. And it's very important in this to really look at attitude. And there's a discussion that I had with the head of engineering, which actually sums it up very, very well. So he said he's come to the place now where he really finds candidates that's actually at the right level of skill for his subordinate engineer positions. So he's looking for attitude at this stage. If you find a candidate who has got an attitude that says, I'm willing to learn, that can work together with other people, and that is willing to submit to authority and take leadership and guidance from those who are more experienced than themselves. And that could be a senior manager, but it could also be someone that is subordinate to them, but has been around the block and knows the industry and knows the environment, knows the business, knows how to do the work on a day-to-day basis. And if he finds someone with that attitude, he's happy to bring them on board in his team because he can work with them, he can train them, and he can upskill them because they will be willing to learn. And, that has had me thinking further about this, that also in being willing to work together, you find projects and organizations that do very, very well, projects that's been delivered very successfully, and initiatives that just worked so well because you had a team with an attitude that said we can work together, we can take guidance and we can take leadership, and let's get this job done. And although there might have been better ways to get the job done, they still could get the job done successfully because they pulled together. Whereas you find other places where there is a team of very brilliant people, but because everyone is so set on proving their own brilliance and having their own ideas, there's no working together. There's no cohesion in the team. And so everyone is keeping on spinning in their same space, but there's no working together to actually get to implementation and delivery of a successful project. So it is standing out to me at this stage how important attitude is. If you want to go to the top in your career, and for companies also to develop that kind of a culture where you have got people working together towards common goals, where these goals are being explained clearly, where people understand why we are doing what we are doing and what we are working together towards, so much more can be achieved than when you have either a lot of brilliant people or a lot of people who aren't so brilliant but could become that with the right training, or who could even just become very solid, stable, steady contributors because they've had the opportunity and they have had the attitude and the willingness to work together with others and let everyone's game be raised to a higher level, because what we can do together is so much more than what any of us can do in isolation just on our own.